everyone, and welcome to Quincy in Focus, Quincy Access TV's news magazine show. My name is Jonathan Caleri, and I'm the Executive Director here at Quincy Access TV. We begin this episode with the 64th commencement ceremony of Quincy College. Over 450 students received their diploma at Veterans Memorial Stadium and received words of advice from College President Richard DeCristofaro, student speaker Sarah Nisbet, and Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker.
We are proud of you, and we celebrate you on this very special commencement day. At the same time, we also share with you the understanding that as this journey concludes, you will be introduced to new opportunities with unlimited possibilities. So please go forward with confidence, knowing that you have built a foundation as solid as Quincy granite.
And one of the reasons I'm optimistic that we will figure this out despite the noise of the present, believe it or not, is a TV show called Ted Lasso. He said, people who are judgmental don't ask questions. They think they know everything and know everybody, and they make judgments, which means they create giant blind spots for themselves and for others. Questions are how we grow. Questions are how we learn. Questions is how you ended up sitting in front of us here today. Because you asked questions. Because you wanted to grow. Because you were curious. Being curious about yourself, about your possibilities, about your friends, about your coworkers, about your challenges, about your life circumstances, and asking yourself questions. So be curious. Put this degree to work. Recognize and understand that in life, growth and possibility is about curiosity. And to all those people who make snap judgments and turn off their receiver and don't want to hear it, recognize and understand that in the end, greatness comes from being open to listen, to being curious, and to recognizing and understanding that your best self is what ultimately will make you happy and bring joy to your friends and to your family and to the core of your existence here on this great place.
We do not need to attend a fancy college to have a successful career, just a willingness to work hard. It is through the experience I gained at Quincy College that set me up to land a position at Fidelity Investments during the spring of 2021, before earning an associate's degree in college. Now, I do not share this to brag or pretend like I am special compared to any of you, because I am not. I just did it even when I was afraid. I saw an opportunity and I went for it. Make the most of where you are right now and take advantage of every opportunity. Don't let anyone rob you of your free will. Keep on pressing forward and just do something. That's it.
North Quincy and Quincy High Schools held their graduation ceremonies at Veterans Memorial Stadium to honor and congratulate the class of 2022. Students spoke of the difficulty attending school during the pandemic, while principals praised students for their hard work and perseverance.
When thinking of how I would describe this class, the word that came to my mind is resilient. As a former coach, I've always told my players that sports doesn't build character, it reveals it. I had the pleasure of observing this class's character as it has been revealed through the number of hurdles they were able to overcome. I watched as some dealt with the loss of loved ones and close friends. I witnessed this class embrace changes and major school events, including homecoming and the Thanksgiving rally. This class gained my respect with how they overcame obstacles to their educational experiences throughout this year, whether these challenges took place in school, in the community, in our nation, or across the globe.
Although each of us had our own unique experiences throughout high school, I am certain everyone had at least one moment where they felt as if they were at rock bottom. However, it was during those darkest times that our heroes emerged. By hero, I mean that one family member, that one friend, that one teacher, or your own self, who pulled you from the depths of despair and instilled within you the courage to overcome adversity, to continue marching forward, to rise above and become the best version of yourself. Today, I challenge each and every one of us to be the hero that others have been for you.
Move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard. All right, you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
During this global pandemic, our class brought about important social change at our school, trying not only to make it better for our class, but for all the classes who follow. These skills we have learned through these challenging times make me even prouder to represent this class, because it is clear that each of us have the potential to go out into this world and make it a better place for us and the generations to come.
As you move on, realize the relationships that you have fostered have been built on respect, admiration, and a true caring of each other. These relationships never go away. To quote Helen Keller, true friends are never apart, maybe in distance, but never in heart.
Never be cruel. Never be cowardly. Remember, hate is always foolish, and love is always wise. Always try to be nice, and never fail to be kind. So, whether you are going off to college, into the military, into a trade, into the workforce, or down some other path, remember these past few years and go forward knowing that even when things go wrong, you can smile, you can survive, and you can always, always be kind. Thank you.
Graduates, after the count of 3, you may throw your hats in the air and cheer. 1, 2, 3!
The Quincy Police Department held its annual Police Officers Memorial Sunday ceremony at Mount Walston Cemetery. The ceremony honors all police officers who have served and remembers those who have recently passed away.
Good morning to all of you and welcome. It's a great honor for me to always be here after, I think, I've been in public service myself over public safety and public service as a deacon, I think over 60 years now. It's hard to believe I'm still standing. But anyway, glad to be with you. I just wanted to welcome everyone that's here, welcome all of you, so that it's another wonderful time to get together as we respect and remember those who've gone before us this year and those who've gone before us in past years. And also, many of you have had other personal losses in your families, tremendous personal losses, and I just want you to know that you're always on my prayer list, and we pray for your extended families too.
Deacon Benz, Chief Keenan, Senator Keenan, Representative Ayers, Representative Chan, Council President Ivana, Council Lashley Yang, White Council Chuck Phelan, son also of a great Quincy police officer. Certainly an honor and privilege for me to bring the greetings of the city this morning as you remember those who've gone before us. And I too have good memories of a few of these gents. Chief Chief talked about Paul Hackett Quinn. When I was Chief of Staff with Jim Sheets, I recall meeting with Hackett when he was the President of the Union and learning a whole new vocabulary from Hackett. He was really a remarkable individual. What I liked about him was he was a straight shooter. He really went to bat for each one of the department members. No limelight, just wanted to resolve any of the issues. A great advocate for this department. Also think of Eddie Flaherty and Jack Doyle, both class acts. Both wore that badge proudly, but not from a perspective of power. They both respected the position, but understood what the job was about, and that was helping people. I know I see a number of the old timers up behind me here, and certainly have good memories with a number of them as well. As a kid, I recall being kicked out of Norfolk Downs by Frank DeVoe, threatening to call my old man if I didn't move along. I was a peach compared to my brother Joe, and I know the old timers remember my brother Joe. But seriously, this morning, we do recall those that went before us, but also in a very real way, we want to say thank you to each and every one of you men and women in the department.
2022, Lieutenant John Jack Doyle, Sergeant Richard Larissy. 2021, Officer Paul Hacker Quinn, Captain Vincent Flaherty, Lieutenant Paul Jarowski, Officer Joseph Manning, Dispatcher Diane LaForest. 2020, Sergeant Frank Buckley, Officer Anthony Balzano, Sergeant James Jimmy Buell, Dispatcher Russell Deming. 2019, Captain Anthony DeBona, Lieutenant Walter Lynch, Sergeant Martin Blake, Officer Richard Mandel, Sergeant Richard Bergeron. 2018, Chief Francis Mullet, Lieutenant Neil McDonald, Sergeant Daniel Lyons, Officer John Salamone, Officer Guido Pettinelli, Officer Robert Furtado, Dispatcher Robert Lingos. And those that have passed in the line of duty: Patrolman Patrick Kelleher, Patrolman Alfred Hollis, Patrolman Joseph Connors, Chief Frank Buell.
Detail, present, come.
The Quincy Fire Department remembered their fallen brethren at the annual Firefighters Memorial Sunday ceremony held at Mount Wallston Cemetery. Retirees, family, friends, and the public gathered around the Firefighters Memorial statue to read the names of those who have recently passed.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome as we come here once again to remember our fellow firefighters who've passed this past year and over the years, and to thank them for their service to the city of Quincy, their mutual aid assignments, and for so many of them also who have been veterans in our armed forces, and we thank them for that also. And their families, who our extended families that are here today, it wouldn't be possible for them to do their job without all of you, husbands, wives, children, cousins, and extended family and friends and neighbors. So God bless all of you as we gather here to remember all of those who've gone forward this year.
I think of the firefighter service kind of like the Marine Corps, that brotherhood, the camaraderie that is really unmatched. And I think part of that is because as the Marines serve in a particular unit, you serve in a particular group, and you spend a lot of time with your colleagues in that firehouse. I'm sure there's a lot of interesting conversations and meals had. But we thank you for your incredible service. But today we remember those, particularly who have gone before us and paved the way, as the chief said, making the job that much better for all of us today. There's an old saying, do not cry because they are past, smile because they once were. So let us smile for their memory. And I was told this morning we lost retiree Captain Bernie McCauley, so remember him this morning as well. God bless you all. Thank you.
Call to attention for the reading of the Roll of Honor. Firefighter Paul E. Arsenal. Firefighter Thomas E. Field. Lieutenant John C. Murphy. Lieutenant Michael F. Butts. Lieutenant Anthony J. Donato. And Captain Bernie J. McCauley, Jr. I will now ask Firefighter Michael Dwyer and Joey Dwyer to place the wreath.
A ceremony was recently held to honor the life and sacrifice of Private First Class William Caddy. The annual event is held to remember Caddy, a World War II Quincy Marine, who sacrificed his life to save fellow Marines during the battle on Iwo Jima. Caddy was just 19 years old when he died. He was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor.
Today we gather to commemorate the sacrifice of Private William Robert Caddy, who selflessly laid down his life for his comrades on one of the many dreadful days endured by so many so very long ago during the great and terrible World War II. It's so easy for us to forget that William and the legions of Williams were so very, very young. In an age today where true manhood is often denigrated or worse, mocked, we remember William Caddy as an example of what it means to be a man. William wasn't even old enough to buy a beer when he gave his life for his brothers, the Corps, and his country. He never got to vote. He never got to marry, have children, own a home, or even get to embellish his stories at the Post. 19 years old when he threw himself on a grenade. Jesus said, "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." William Robert Caddy was the embodiment of the love of which Jesus spoke. May God bless us all as we remember Private First Class William Robert Caddy, and may God bless the Corps and the United States of America. Amen.
If you go down to North Quincy High School and go to the Atrium of Honor, if you haven't, you should check it out. There's a number of distinguished veterans that are honored in that atrium. William Caddy is one of them. Everett Pope, another one, Medal of Honor recipient, Marine Corps captain. Richard Stratton, longtime POW, Vietnam. Ellen Bredno, longtime POW, Vietnam. General Sweeney, famously involved in dropping of the both bombs that ended the World War II with the bombing of Japan. And across from that wall, there's a quote from General Patton that says, "It is wrong and foolish to mourn the lives of these men, but rather we should thank God that such men lived."
At this time, I would ask our Junior Vice Commandant Bob Godfrey to escort the Caddy family, Sherry Holleran, to come forward and place the memorial wreath.
All the things were gone, I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, for the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. can wear at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the many dads gave their right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there be no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Quincy Pride recently held its annual Pride Day Festival at Pageant Field. The day featured music from the Midtown Horns Band, drag performances, food trucks, kids games, as well as local LGBTQ+ vendors.
I'm going to be awarding an organization a Community Partner of the Year award. Manet Health is an organization in Quincy that has led our city and surrounding cities through the pandemic. They've done it with grace and hard work and dedication. They also lend a good amount of their services to the LGBTQ community. And for that, I want to give them a big round of applause. To accept the Community Partner of the Year award, I would like everybody to give a warm welcome to Cynthia Sierra, the CEO of Manet Health, as well as her staff and her awesome representatives here today. They're also premier level sponsors.
We're so proud and pleased to be shoulder to shoulder with our colleagues, and just wanted to thank you on this beautiful afternoon, and thank you for all that you do, Quincy Pride, and this magnificent team of colleagues behind us.
I can't fool myself, I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my shining star, my guiding light, my love fantasy. There's not a minute, hour, day or night that I don't love you. You're at the top of my list, 'cause I'm always thinking of you. I still remember in the days when I was scared to touch you, how I spent my day dreaming. Who knows where your love goes when we close the door? Close the door. We have understanding, and that means much more. Means much more. But I don't have to worry where he goes, 'cause I know that he'll be gone. Take me back into the arms I love. It's 12 past midnight, don't close your eyes, you're frozen for life, and I'll be by your side. I've come to take you there, show you how to care. Just be aware that you'll have to share. I want your love, I want your night. I'm taking your heart, so don't you hide. I'll be your this is a tender radio. Never was a cloudy day.
The City of Quincy's annual Flag Day Parade and celebration was back in full swing this year. The parade featured bands, floats, and community organizations celebrating Old Glory. Lieutenant Governor Karen Polino was honored as the Grand Marshal, and Marilyn Nestor was honored the Koch Youth Service Award. The evening was capped off with a spectacular fireworks display over Blacks Creek.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 71st Annual Quincy Flag Day Parade. My name is Joe Catalano. My colleague, Christine Cheever, is joining us for another beautiful evening. Christine, it's great to see you.
It's a pleasure to be here, and we're just kicking off the unofficial start of summer with the Flag Day Parade tonight. They're a good group to lead. They're a Caribbean steel drum band with members of Caribbean heritage, calypso music from Trinidad, Barbados, Antigua, and Montserrat, and show tunes, classic, and pop music. So hey, take a listen and enjoy.
And now, making their way down Marymount Parkway under the huge Old Glory, the 50 by 80 foot flag, suspended between two Quincy Fire Department ladder trucks, the many, many, many youth clubs.
The City of Quincy Flag Day Committee honors the 72nd Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Your dedication, leadership, and commitment to public service. We especially recognize your tireless efforts and unwavering partnership on countless projects and endeavors that have made the City of Quincy a better place. A proud community thanks you and salutes you. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Polito.
This was a beautiful parade. It's beautiful because after 2 very hard years, it's great to see this community come together and to see the joy and the smiles and the happiness in your hearts and on your faces. And to also see such pride in this community and display of patriotism and love of country. I couldn't be more proud to be with all of you tonight from a grateful heart, a grateful citizen, and as your Lieutenant Governor, and most importantly, your friend always. Thank you. I love Quincy, as all of you do too. Thank you so very much.
You are a model and an inspiration to more than you know, and your efforts and service to the community share in the spirit and tradition of the Koch Club and its founders, Dick and Simone Koch, where they talked about giving every child a chance to succeed. A grateful community salutes your service, Marilyn. And I know when my mother was still with us, she said, you know, Tom, Marilyn Nestor deserves that award. I hope you keep that in mind. So, Mom, hope you're listening up there. I'm doing what you're told. Once again, congratulations, Marilyn Nestor.
I want to say that Quincy is a great town, city, for you to bring up your kids, especially in sports. And I want to thank all you who are coaches now to keep it up, and your rewards will be wonderful afterwards. Thank you.
That's all for this edition of Quincy in Focus. If you'd like more information about Quincy Access Television or interested in becoming a member, please visit our website at q8tv.org or call us at 617-376-1440. My name is Jonathan Caleri, and thanks for watching this edition of Quincy in Focus.